maker, and this is the best part of the show because it's about what I do. I make you a millionaire because I find the stocks. I find the stocks early before anyone else, and that's what we've done again. Last week, we talked about a stock, Worksport. It's traded over the counter in the pink sheets, as we say. I'll explain pink sheets later, but it's a small stock, Worksport, but you want it because this is a company that everyone likes to talk about disruptors, but a company that's not necessarily a disruptor, but that just takes the concept of solar power and lets you ride with it on the road. Tal, let's talk about what happened this week and the new products that Worksport has.
Yeah, so this week they got a lot of praise because they're launching a new product. Basically, it's a truck bed cover that's solar panels, and it connects to a battery pack inside the truck, the bed of the truck, that you can actually pull the different packs out, connect to a device that gives you power on site. So basically, think like construction workers, people that need power tools to be working. This will give them charging ability on site, and it's always charging because it's from the solar panels. And then what they did just recently this week, and they got noticed, they're actually being invited to an investor conference because of it, is they're linking up with a couple of big EV truck makers to make it compatible with the battery inside the truck. So eventually we're going to have electric vehicle trucks on the road, and these panels will be able to provide a bit of charging to that truck.
Okay, but so Worksport, they're going to be able to provide charging to the batteries in the electric vehicle truck, but the electrical vehicle truck, but is it just supplemental or is it truly,
It's
you
not. It's
know,
probably not going to charge like. I mean, it could potentially if you let it sit for long enough, right? But just think like it's going to extend the life of the battery so that when you're driving, let's say you've got a range of 300 miles. Well, if you've got this constantly charging your battery, your range might be increased. They haven't put out numbers yet. That's what we're all kind of waiting for to see what that range increase will be. But the idea is, three big panels, truck beds are pretty big. Trucks driving all around town, places it's going to get a lot of sun, and it can provide a substantial amount of power.
Worksport? We are talking about Worksport. Now, can Worksport ultimately really be considered a really true clean energy stock? Because that's what it's really all about. Because when you power your car with electricity, some of that electricity is coming from coal-fired power plants. Whereas if the electricity that's powering this truck is truly coming from the sun, then I think we're on the right road. Oh, right? Isn't that the case? And okay, so 39 cents, been invited to this conference. That made the stock go up, what, 30%? So where's the stock right now?
Yep. It's at 46 cents.
Okay. Looking at it realistically, yes, it could crash and burn. Everyone beware. But buyer beware when it comes to penny stocks. But we see $1 here, and then after that, it could really take off. But potentially, Worksport would be an acquisition. That's what we think there. So buy Worksport. We love it. That's a penny stock. Now we have some more to give you. So let's turn to Microvision. Microvision is one, actually, we haven't just talked about it last week. We've talked about it about 4 weeks in a row. And Microvision has been fascinating because we talked Microvision, but at the same time we talked Fisker FSR, but Microvision went down 50% and Fisker went up 50%, but now Microvision is coming back and it's coming back strong. Microvision is LiDAR technology. That's the future. The future is LiDAR technology. That's holographic. That's a holographic information settings. So on the electric vehicles, you've heard of heads-up display. So like in your dashboard, you have numbers and information that's being beamed with this LiDAR technology. Why is it important? Because it's going into all these electric vehicles. So Microvision, we like it. We think it makes sense to buy more here. And Tal, in your research, what did you find?
The biggest thing is, like I said when we first brought them up, today, by the way, they did have a nice bump, 17% up today at the end of the week. And they did it on better earnings than expected. Their LiDAR technology, for people who don't know what that means, it's light detection and ranging. It's basically the technology.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I gave you the acronym. That's right.
Yeah, so it's okay. So it's the technology that's going to make autonomous vehicles possible, right? They need to sense the road around them and the surrounding environment. And this technology which they are expecting to have ready for a sample product for the people interested in buying it by April 2021. So that is right around the corner. When we talked to you guys,
Literally.
yeah, we talked to you guys about it, and it was the first signs of them meeting their first benchmark. Well, in the earnings call their CEO talked about meeting the next two benchmarks above, like before the time they expected. They are definitely going to make this deadline. I think you're going to see it go up from there. You saw them have an increase in revenue of about 330,000 over the last quarter in just royalties and revenue generation from new contracts. So it's kind of a big deal. I think this is a company to watch out for. We have been talking about them for, like you said, almost a month now. I think there's a lot of big things to come. Of course, we love Fisker as well. Fisker's done great for us. But
That's right.
I think Fisker, the reason people like them and the plays that they're making are big moves that, you see not small EV companies not making these moves except for Fisker. So I really like that. I also, like I said, and we've talked about it before, a lot of the EV peripherals, there will be, just like there's a chip shortage, there will be a mineral shortage. So all of the battery recyclers, Aqua Metals, you've got LAC, which is the American lithium company that's going to make, that's recycling all the lithium from these products. I think these companies are going to have a huge resurgence coming up in this year.
Yeah, that's right. Aqua Metals in particular, I looked at it a lot this week. I think that they're ready for, a step up. I think they're going to gap up, in the coming weeks. So we like Aqua Metals. Buy back into Microvision for this big April, deadline that they're going to, this monumental piece for their business. This is Hillary Kramer, the Millionaire Maker. Check me out at hillarykramer.com, and we are going to make you millionaires.